attacks against our rights as the legislator have officially ramped up. It's Jenny with Capital Watch, and I'm here to give you the 411 on what's happening at the legislature. From attacks on reproductive freedom and voting rights, do Republicans want us to have anything? Abortion is always a hot topic, despite it being a constitutional right. At the Arizona legislature, there are new bills to undermine Arizonans of their reproductive rights. First off, there's HB 2650, sponsored by Flagstaff Representative Walter Blackman, which, by the way, if you Google him, you can find an issue of his on national headlines on practically every issue imaginable. This bill would classify abortion as homicide, and it would allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty for people undergoing abortions and the doctors who undertake these procedures. This is so extreme, and out of a dystopian novel, you literally cannot make this up. This is how bad Arizona Republicans are. There's also HB 2404 from Representative Michelle Udall, which would allocate $1,500,000 from the general fund into programs that would purposely steer people away from having abortions. So Republicans say Arizona has money for state propaganda campaigns, but not to pay teachers or to provide COVID relief. It's interesting that this is what Republicans actually care about. But moving on to attacks on voting rights and democracy. We covered those extremely ironic and unnecessary bills by Senator Michelle Gentarita last week. And we thought it couldn't get worse than that, right? Well, we were wrong. Representative Shauna Bollock, infamous for blocking her constituents on Twitter and, according to public records, potentially living in a UPS store. Google her too. She's always in the news for her extremism and scandals. Representative Bollock has made national headlines for introducing a bill, HB 2720, that would allow the state legislature to overturn the results of any election simply because they wanted to. That's right. It would literally allow the legislator to overturn a certified election. All they would need is majority vote at any time before the presidential inauguration. Representative Shauna Bollock cannot make it any more clear. She does not care about your votes unless it benefits the Republican Party. Moving on to more Republicans being mad that grassroots organizing was more effective than taking money from the Arizona Chamber of Commerce, Representative Timothy Dunn from Yuma introduced a bill that would increase the amount needed to pass a ballot measure. It would increase the amount needed from a simple majority to 60%. Ironically, for Representative Dunn's referendum to become law, it would only need a simple majority. This is an attempt by Republicans to prevent anything like Proposition 208, the Invest in Education initiative, to ever happen again. Prop 208 wouldn't have passed under this law, and Prop 207 would have only passed by 0.3%. Now on to a serious matter. Senator Wendy Rogers is under fire for an ethics complaint filed against her from a former legislative aide alleging workplace abuse. This cannot be tolerated, and Senator Wendy Rogers has yet to publicly address the situation. That's it for this week. Make sure to follow us on our social media for live legislative updates as they happen. And we also just launched a new Arizona legislative newsletter. Go to progressarizona.org to sign up for the newsletter for more updates than what we covered here.